What is up, guys? So people have been asking me about the old Mustang project, but I don't remember if I know I made a video, I think, explaining that I got rid of it. I let my daughter drive it for a while without the turbo back as stock, and then just let her get rid of it. So now I just acquired another Mustang from a family member, and they left this thing sitting. He had gotten this Mustang after I got that 96 that I had, that I turbocharged, but then he really didn't do anything with it or have time, so this has been sitting just baking in the sun. So paint's pretty rough on this thing, so that's gonna be another thing I'm gonna have to fix. It is black. It's a couple years newer than the 96. It's like a 2000, the next body style. Pretty much the same thing, 5-speed. 4.6 liter 2-valve. A couple things are different. Almost identical engine setup, except for that this has coil on plug, which I like. Gets rid of the coil packs out here. Plus, the coil packs that I had before was a waste spark system, which is where you have it firing at 2 spark plugs at the same time, and which makes it have to jump 2 gaps, which, well, under boost, the more compressed gases you have, the harder it is for the ignition. So now with 1 coil per cylinder, that ought to be a little better. And I'm thinking of possibly putting the turbocharger under the car and just simply using a oil scavenger pump to return the oil. This will keep the exhaust simple, because again, the idea is low buck, not just somebody that throws thousands and thousands of dollars into a car. This is supposed to be an almost $0 project car. The wife didn't want me to do anything, and I actually have a couple grand worth of parts still remaining from the other project, the computer interface, the quarter-horse tuner, which should work on this, except for I might have to pay for a, what do they call it, a strategy, but I don't know. This computer might actually be a little more popular than the 96, so I might be able to just find free strategies or use the same one I had, possibly. Haven't even looked at that yet. Oh, I got my intercooler, which I'm going to be shoehorning down in there again like last time. Somehow I'll try to get the intake tube up to the front, possibly through the wheel well or something. And then coming back out will be easy. I'll just go around and come right up here. I have a lot more room to work with if I put the turbo underneath. The other thing about this car, notice, is that it looks like whoever had it, you know, was kind of rigging some stuff on there. It looks like the fan probably was not operating right, so I noticed somebody rigged the fan relay here for the radiator and had some wires going over here to the battery and into the coil relay box right there. So either they were just trying to bring it on earlier and didn't understand that it's supposed to come on not until 210, 220 degrees, or the relay box is fried, which is this deal. I believe it's up in here. Looks like it's loose already. Those have the fuel pump relay, the radiator fan relay control, and a couple other things. And when they go bad, generally they expect you to replace that whole box. So I'll have to see what's up. I have not even started this thing. It's been sitting so long that it is said that the gas is bad. So it does stink a little bit, but hopefully it's not entirely varnished. So I need to drop the tank, and the only good thing is that I was going to have to drop the tank anyway to put my racing high-pressure fuel pump into this thing that I had from the last car. I did remove it before I gave that car to my daughter. So that fuel pump's good for, I don't know, well over 100 PSI if you put the FMU on it. The stock one was dropping down to like 30-something PSI when I was running about 10 PSI boost. So I think I was creeping up towards 13 PSI, actually. So anyway, yeah, this thing is plenty dirty. It has been sitting for a long time. It hasn't been, I don't think this engine's been started in 3 or 4 years. And it really hasn't moved, I don't think, in about 5. So being that it is a dime a dozen car, at least I'll be able to get some pieces from the salvage yard up the street. Some of the stuff that it needs for the interior, it doesn't matter if it's a V6 or not, but looks like the center armrest console is messed up, and there's a piece of trim back there missing, but everything else looks like it's in there. Pretty good. The dash is pretty good. It's got a couple rips in the seats. So This plastic's loose. I'll have to fix that. But I could get all this stuff for nothing over at the junkyard. Gear knob is thrashed, it looked like. But again, you know, that's not specific to the GT. As long as I find a 5-speed over there, I can get all sorts of these parts from the salvage. Oh, the beverage cup holders are definitely improved on this one compared to the 96. So, seats are leather actually in this. It's got a nice big rip on the right there on the driver's side one though, but no big deal. I'm you know, more into it just for the project than I am for, you know, it's not supposed to be bling. That does it for the overview of this next Mustang project. Check out the next video for me to drop the fuel tank and sort out all those issues.